Smoke and Steel podcast number 19.
Click.
Welcome to another episode of the Smoke and Steel.
It's all right. You were sounding kind of gay. So it's actually a good thing.
You're going to spill your beer and break that microphone.
You get banned for 30 days.
Didn't pay my $8. Put your headphones on. It's when you don't have the headphones.
Well, that's when we're doing a video and I can't hear anything.
You can't hear anything anyway.
But when I do this, it messes me up.
Welcome to another episode of the Smoke and Steel podcast, brought to you by StogieReview.com. Tonight we have Marky Mark, Eric, Rob, Eric the Older, and our fearless leader, Walt. What's new, Walter?
I knew you were going to ask that. Nothing. Nothing is new. It's been a busy week. Nothing is new.
We should have came up with a better, funnier question, but that's what we went with. And we can't fault it now.
We should scrap that segment altogether.
No. It's locked in. So what's up, guys? What are we smoking tonight?
Well, joining Walt tonight and his merry band of misfits. Tonight, Bella Artes from AJ Fernandez.
I'm smoking an Amazon Basin from 2021 vintage.
It was. I didn't know it had a date on it.
I am smoking an Ashton aged Maduro. Points unknown, whereabouts unknown, age unknown. But I've never had one. It's so far good taste.
I dug deep in the box for not a tabernacle tonight.
Wow.
I am going with this little beauty here. This is an Ave Maria Requinista. Comes in this nice little presentation coffin.
Wow.
They're actually really good.
There they are.
Bought these probably 5 years ago. Caught a deal on Cigar Bid back in the time. They were running them at, I think, $15+ a stick back then. And they screwed up and put 5 of them on for $45.
Wow.
Instead of the 3. And I bought several boxes or several packs of those, the 5-packs, and got them at that price.
Cigar Bin. What a throwback. That used to be my main purchase area. I don't even go on the website much anymore.
But they've been in my humidor ever since. I smoked 1 or 2 and just put them in there and let them sit.
Yeah, we smoked, about 2 months? Month and a half, 2 months
out on your
ago?
porch. They were good.
They were old.
I know this one's old. I bought these at
Places.
the lounge. And I am smoking a Stolen Throne. I think this is the Three Kingdoms. Still working my way through the sampler pack I got from Kyle. And so far, I think this one's my favorite.
Nice. Did you used to use Cigar Bin a lot?
I used to quite a bit. That was pretty much my regular spot for New Worlds for a long time because I mean, at one point in time, I was getting them for like $75 a box. And then they just became harder to come by, and
The word got out about Cigar Bid, and it kind of...
That's been around for years and years. That's nothing new. Famous used to have Cigar Auctioneer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the whole bidding thing has been really popular for a long time, but I don't know what happened, but cigar bid prices have sort of crept up, and you're not getting the steals that you used to.
I'll buy my golf cigars on there, but...
And you're paying for shipping too.
That's the other thing. You think you get a deal, and then you go to check out, and there's an extra, $20. You're like, well, that wasn't really the deal I thought it was.
Well, you can set up your account to ship once a week, and that helps. But then you got to wait a week for your order to ship, depending on when you win the auction.
That's what I always did. I would get a lot of stuff on the Famous auction. It did shut down sometime earlier this year, and it has not come back up yet. It says it's under reconstruction, and I'm supposed to get an email when they put it back, but it's been a really long time.
Has anyone ordered anything from Famous recently? I used to buy a lot from Cigar Monster, but I really haven't even been doing that. Ever since I discovered Cigar Page, I just find that I'm getting most of what I need from them.
It's funny because we all know that brick and mortars hate Cigar Page, and we try and support local too. You know, we buy a lot from, you know, locals, but I think
Not
even,
local.
yeah, and not local.
Order from
If we
Louisiana.
like you, we'll order from, you know, different states. But I think even the online retailers hate Cigar Page.
I'm sure they do. I mean, they're selling such a volume they can afford to offer those deep discounts.
Yep.
I did get a box of my tabernacles from Famous. They had gotten them in. But I only got one box. That's what I had. And that was really because I had a coupon code.
I don't know if Famous has kind of fizzled out over the years. They used to be pretty big. I used to really enjoy their oh shit, what was it called? It was like a cigar fest type event. Initially it was Cigarnival, like a carnival style
Great
thing.
name.
And then, or no, at first it was Cigar Expo, and then it was Cigarnival. And I've been to a number of those. I thought they were by far better than Cigar Fest. Much more open. Like it wasn't overloaded with people crammed in that one convention center. But they haven't done that in many years.
Was that the one that was in the tent
Yeah, yeah.
outside, right outside their place? Yeah.
The Ferris wheel. They did have a Ferris wheel.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but it was like carnival themed. They didn't have like rides or anything like that.
That would be sweet.
They had like really good food,
Oh, yeah.
and they had, I think if I remember, beer. And,
All day long, yeah.
yeah,
Why don't they do this stuff anymore?
I guess it's too expensive.
the cost maybe, or maybe they're not.
We talked about it 100 times. We've never gone to an event together. And there's like the one in the Poconos. That's it.
No, I've gone to an event with some of the guys. Not here. They still make jokes about it.
Oh, yeah. That was you got the day pass instead of the all day pass.
So is Cigar Fest even on anymore? I think Eddie mentioned that they haven't done it since COVID.
The one that we were going to go to was like the Smoke Onos or the Smokinos,
Okay.
like the up in the Poconos. That's the only one that really is around. You have like smaller groups like the PACC, Pennsylvania Area Cigar. They have like tiny little parties, but that's the only big one around here.
Yeah, man, you know what? Eddie was talking about that because he said they were doing, in place of Cigar Fest, they were doing like smaller events at all of their various
Right.
locations.
regional.
And it was like a day.
To spread everyone out.
Yeah. Which makes sense. I mean, I never really liked being crammed in that space, especially when they like doubled the ticket
Right.
allotment. And then they started having like 2 shifts, morning and then afternoon. It just got to be too much. It was just overloaded.
And when you have one big one, the tickets are more expensive. Because I've always wanted to go to one of these Drew Estate events they have, and they're different everywhere, but it's like $500. Now you get 3 days of events, but you don't even, that's not even including your hotel and stuff like that. The cool part is if you live near there or whatever, you get all kinds of crazy one-off stuff that they only give away there, you know, like unreleased ligas and stuff like that. But $500 that's a lot.
Yeah. I want to say I spent, the last time I went to Cigar Fest, the tickets were like $150, $200, somewhere around there.
Not that cheap.
I mean, you got a lot of cigars for your money,
Oh, okay.
but like there wasn't. Famous was very different. Like you got a pass and you just helped yourself to food. There was beer all day long. It was just that was really laid back and nice. Like you could get away from the crowd and go hang out in the food tent.
That's cool.
And that it's just not like that up at Cigar Fest, or wasn't like that up at Cigar Fest.
We'll be with a couple guys who are really work for 2 of the biggest. So we'll get the lowdown on what's happening this year and what isn't in the upcoming year.
Yeah, we have our golf trip. We leave for Ocean City, Maryland on Thursday, so we're all excited.
If we live and come back, right?
That's right. If we make it.
Always got to say that every year.
We've had some crazy stories, man.
Yeah.
It's just nice to get away. I always say, what's it, 3 hours away from us? So
3
it's
and a
really,
half.
it's not even that far, but as soon as you get that salt air, my stress level just immediately goes down. And I get my own bed too. No kids climbing in it. No 112-pound Doberman that lays on me. I'm like, I could spread out in the
Just
bed.
say the real deal.
What's that?
No.
I'm not saying no.
Come on.
wife.
Yeah.
I love you, dear. I know you listen to this show.
You were holding back, you sissy.
I can smoke as many cigars as I want. I can eat whatever I want. It's beautiful. Don't make that a short.
Done.
She will comment on that one. So they did, I know we talked about it before, they did close Casa Fuente on the strip yesterday. So yesterday was their last day it was open.
Saw that on the internet. They talked about that.
They still said they might move it, but I doubt it.
Never been, never will.
You paid for the experience.
Yeah.
You were okay overpaying for a Casa Fuente, but like we said before, that was the only place you could get it. So you're like, hey, I don't mind paying an extra $20, but when they started shipping to the brick and mortars and you're like, I can get this for $25 cheaper, you're like, I don't have to go there anymore, And I think that's what happened to them.
I like Casa Walt.
I just
Casa
think
de Walter.
Vegas in general is going through some bad times right now.
Yeah,
Nobody can
yeah.
afford
Since
to
COVID.
go there.
Yep.
They
I love
jacked the
Vegas.
prices up, and
I haven't been since I stopped drinking, so it might be different, but yeah, I don't have any need to go there other than to gamble or to see a show. Like if I want to go see a big, I will get there to go watch something in the Sphere. I wanted to go for the Grateful
Kiss
Dead
reunion tour.
They're all dying now. Look at Ace died 2 days ago.
He
And,
wasn't with the band anyway.
no, he was an OG though.
That's right.
The Spaceman. It's funny. I've seen him 12 times, and I never got to see him with the original, so it's kind of sucks. I have seen Ace Frehley by himself, but that was not good. That was not very good.
Well, Rush got back together.
So you're saying there's a
what I'm
chance?
saying is,
Well, not anymore.
might
Ace won't be.
resurrect. Well, he could come back from the dead. It's Halloween coming up, you know.
They made the whole thing up for a reunion
Yeah.
tour. That would be Gene Simmons for you. He'd be the one to
He's
fake
not
all
dead.
that. You just see a casket up front, and they're like doing it, and then just he comes out of it.
How do we get from Casa Fuente to Gene Simmons?
All roads lead back to Gene.
God. Crazy times. Well, yeah. So unfortunately, those who have not gone, closest you'll get is what? To go down to Tampa. What's that called? The
Cathedral.
Cathedral.
That's where we all need to go. Eddie went, last weekend, and he said it's just incredible.
The one time at Holtz's, I ran into, I think it was Cynthia Fuente was there with the group. And she was like, yeah, if you guys ever come down, you come take a tour.
Wow.
I mean, she didn't know me from Adam, but she was saying that they would give a tour and stuff. So,
Nice.
of their, their plant down there. So that'd be kind of cool.
Absolutely. Has anyone went on a tour like a tobacco farm or?
No, I was invited a few times that I could never make it.
I think me and my brother are going to do one of the local ones. The ones you get from the hotel, like the excursion ones, are pretty lame, but why not? Might as well try it. They give you a couple local cigars, and I think it's like $75 a person. It's a 3-hour tour of a local tobacco farm. So I was like, why not? Just go. But yeah,
Closest I ever saw was I saw Consuela roll a couple
in Bethlehem.
cigars. Yeah. No, she was down here when Tim still had the store.
Smokies has her roll every once in a while at the shop.
I saw guys rolling down in New Orleans. There's a shop in the French Quarter, or at least there was. They had their own product line, and they had a bunch of old guys in there, and they sitting there making all the cigars right inside the store.
Have you ever had a fresh rolled like me and Mark Red Smokies it's a different experience. I really enjoyed it.
If you go down to Miami, they have them.
Yeah, Consuelos come in and rolled them, and I think there was somebody else that came in the past under Tim.
Excuse me.
That came in and rolled cigars right there fresh, and they're definitely different.
It was good. It's not something I would want every day, but it was a cool experience. And
We'll have to tell Kyle to get a couple of old guys.
there you go.
At one point in time, many of the cigars had like a staff roller that
really?
they would roll. That's where Consuela came from what I understand. But like up in Reading, you would walk in there and there'd be just some woman in the corner of the humidor rolling cigars and stacking them up because that was their house blend. They would just roll them and sell them. I think they made the rotation, so they were they weren't all day every day in one store.
Yeah.
But,
Well, her blend is Amos. She owns that company.
yeah.
I've had one or two.
I actually had a couple of. Do you remember the fish eyes?
Yes,
I do.
The fish.
I like those.
Yeah, and I had a few in my humidor that were sitting for.
From her?
Yeah.
Okay.
For I don't know what's that? Probably 8-10 years ago,
Yeah.
and I finally smoked them. They're really good.
It's about time we get up to see her again. It's been a while. Her lounge is cool. Great seats. They have those nice leather recliners with like the Bluetooth jacks and your phone chargers in the seats, and the parking sucks there, but that's all right. Gotta worry about getting a ticket out on the street. I hate that. Going somewhere where you have to be like, did we put enough time in the meter? It's like, do I have to go back out?
Well, when we were going to Cloud Castle, I was using the app to pay for parking, and Mark's like, "No one's gotten a ticket in years. Don't worry about that."
Did you get a ticket?
Got a ticket?
No, I just kept paying. It's like $2. I didn't care.
I never paid.
It's like I get there after 6, so nobody's writing tickets.
That was a shame. That
Stop
was a
parking.
good place.
Pottstown after 6.
I can tell you in Norristown after 4:30, parking enforcement goes home. So you ain't got to worry about paying a meter after that.
I'm sure they appreciate you just announcing to the world.
Hey, you know what?
Their revenue just went down by like $10 million.
They got bigger things
They're
to
gonna
worry
get in
about.
here now.
They got way bigger things to worry about.
Yeah. He's gonna walk into work though, like on Monday or whatever. Get in the office. Well, at least he got what, 2 months till this airs, probably.
Yeah.
So you're okay for a while.
Don't forget by that.
You'll make it till Christmas.
That's the least of the things that I say.
We know.
So we have any show notes?
Very few.
Very few.
Oh, I mean, I guess we could follow the normal progression here. Do we have any social media fans of the week?
They've tended to stay the same, but I think we might have a couple of new ones here.
I'm noticing the same thing. Like the most activity on Instagram comes from the same couple of people.
We have very loyal guys, so it's tough to knock them off the leaderboard, which is cool. On Discord, same guys. Dr. Tuxlow, Smart Guy. Those guys always come.
Funny guy.
What did I say? Smart Guy. He's a
Dr.
smart
Tuxlow
guy.
and smart guy.
Smart guys.
It's embarrassing. Hey, thanks. I don't even know your real name.
Yeah, we just lost 2 more followers.
Shut up. Here we go. Top fans coming at you. So far this week on the weekly engagement list, we got Alfie Armstrong.
Alfie.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Craig Vanderslice with 44 points. Alfie with 68 points. And our boy, Eddie on the streets, coming in huge at 260 points.
I mean, the hand model.
That's right. Oh, that's right. Our boy is now a hand model.
How do you track that and get points?
It does it for me.
On what?
The business platform, I go on the professional dashboard.
Okay.
See, I'm hooked up to the official.
But what is it actually looking at?
That's looking at any engagement, likes, comments, shares. It gives you points for everything you do.
So I get points every time I hit like on the shorts?
Yep. Not enough. Step it up. So on the top fans, we got Chase Carlin, who we had on last week. That was awesome. Eddie on the streets. Jim Lufton, as always. Thomas, who we had on, and Joe Macco again. So those are our top fans. Let's see who are no rising fans this month. What the heck?
This week.
This week, yep.
Oh, we peaked.
I gotta be honest. I got a little sick of seeing you. Like you were on, like you dominated all the clips, and I was like, I don't even want to.
In the same Phillies jersey, too.
Yeah, I was like, enough's enough.
Everyone
This
that came
guy.
out was him in a Phillies
Yeah.
jersey. I'm just
We're-
lost already. Come on. Get over it.
I'm messing with.
No, I know. We're working on that. We've had a talk with Walter. Get my mug off of there. Then you guys got to talk more.
Nope.
We can't.
Stop. Don't you do that.
Walt can't get awards in Edwise. He just sits here and just quietly waits and waits and waits. And 2 hours later,
What's next on the list?
So in the news that won't really be news when this airs, we need to talk about how we're going to fix that. So Crown Heads is launching or continuing a Canadian exclusive, the Moose Kick. It is developed by Crown Heads and Oz Family Cigars, VP of Sales Miguel. I don't remember seeing a price point in this. I guess it wouldn't really matter since it would be Canadian, and I don't know what the exchange rate is. But it is a 4 7/8 by 52. The Moose Kick name, I guess, is a spin-off of the 4 Kicks Mule Kick that came out years ago, and this is coming out of Esteli, Nicaragua. So is anyone?
This has nothing to do with chillin' moose.
I was just
No,
going to ask that.
no.
Okay.
Those aren't very
Gotten some of
good.
those mule kicks. I
Well,
like.
they're good for the yard cigars.
That is a really cool looking band.
Do we have a hookup in Canada? I don't even know if I want to know what these cost up there.
Oh, crazy money.
$37.95.
And you wouldn't get the band, too. They show you, and it looks awesome, but they'd give it to you unbanded.
Why?
That's-
They're not Cuban.
I think they unband everything up there.
They unbanned everything. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Canada.
Yeah, you get like a house white band, and they can write it on there.
So the Moose, I guess, is the band is designed off a Canadian stamp. I guess that's the theme. So it's pretty cool. I don't know that I'll ever have one or have the opportunity to have one. But, you mentioned that. I think you're right, because I remember someone from Canada telling me before that they were, when they went to a cigar shop, they were basically ordering out of like a binder full of stuff. And then when they got it, it was unbanded and plain.
So that's why our buddy Jay and Jimbo are part of that cigar society. They have a couple of their big time members are from Canada. And when they come down to meet up with the guys, they bring extra carry on to take smokes home because of how much cheaper it is here. Like they fill up whole bags.
They get crazy.
We're talking, you're thinking like a box here or there. They're talking like 12, 13 boxes of cigars they buy and take home. They come in and they buy for the whole year.
We should save up our bands and send them to them.
I mean, it makes sense. If you're paying like a 500-600% markup and you're going somewhere where you can get them cheap, why would you not?
Yep. You skip on the shipping and
So Canada has a ban
on bands.
on bans.
Yep.
Yep. Why is that?
A ban.
A ban.
I think it's just tobacco advertising.
Yeah.
But it's a moose.
But they can have the
That's
loose one.
what I don't understand. You think you know that and you did this beautiful band and pay all this money?
Maybe it's changed. Maybe that's not the case. I don't know.
It's still the same.
Still have a ban.
As far as I know, it's still the same.
I don't know. Maybe they take them off and they give them to you separate. I don't know.
Nope.
I don't know how.
So how do you know you're getting that cigar?
Well, that's the thing. You're hoping that
You're trusting.
somebody's being totally honest. And let's face it, Canadians aren't the most honest people.
Like the Jamaican guy on the beach. These
You
are
know,
Cubans.
so-
for
Oh
real.
my
gosh.
Real Cubans.
Yeah.
Cuban in cellophane. You're like, that happens all the time.
The little $5 that has the glass slide on the top.
How about this is kind of a horrible story.
I have a Cuban story then. Go ahead.
A couple of guys at the shop did it to Eric years ago. They took what's a charter oak?
And they wrapped it in
in a
a
Cuban
Diplomatico. They called it the Charmatico.
So anyway, they gave it to him and he's puffed.
The good news is the first thing I said was, it was like, I did say it was a good smoke.
Yeah, you were like, oh, this is pretty darn
I said,
good.
I did say, this doesn't taste like a Cuban.
So everybody was cracking up laughing. It was right. It was the
The
Charmatico.
Charmatico. So, one of my
Shout out to Josh. For
Josh. That was
Good one,
funny.
Josh.
That was
Sorry.
no, that was good. I was on my honeymoon, and at that point, I was into cigars, so I knew like the beach cigars are trash; they're not real. If you ever get them in cellophane, not real. If you ever get that wood box with the plexiglass cover, not real. So me and my wife were sitting out on the beach. He seen that I had bought a cigar from the hotel, which was legit. I don't even think it was a Cuban. I think it was like a Padron. So I'm out there smoking, and he's like, hey, you want, this is in the Dominican Republic. He's like, you want, Cubans? And I was like, no, I'm good. And he's like, no, you like cigars. And so he starts bringing out the boxes. I'm like, dude, I don't want them. He set 2 boxes of fake Cohibas and fake Monte Cristos next to me. He goes, you just sit and think about it. I'm going to keep walking around the beach, So he's still doing his thing. Well, the storm hits, like this huge rain, and I didn't even see where he was. And I was like, I'm not going to ruin him. So I picked him up, and I was like, I'll just come back when he
Stole him?
never was there. I went back like 3 times, and I'm like, My wife's like, dude, you're going to get knifed down here or something. I was like, I tried. I was like, I'm not going to let him sit there and get ruined.
Did you get fined $8?
Nothing. He never came back. Never. He was trying to charge me $200 for the two. I was like, get out of here.
Did you smoke them?
Oh, hell yeah.
Were they any good?
Yeah.
Because that's what everybody says.
They're just Dominican cigars that they put Cuban wrapper on.
They're not legit.
They work very good. Our buddy Matt, his boss went, didn't know anything about cigars, knew Matt loves cigars, got him a box of fake Cubans. I said, let's smoke them. And we did, and they were good.
Yeah.
You check them for like beetles and shit, but...
That's the hard part. When somebody goes away and they come back and they give you stuff and they go, like, dude, I got you some Cubans when I was down there. I'm like, oh, awesome. Yeah, thank you.
My dad was in Manhattan, and there was a guy that was like, oh, you look, he was looking at the cigars in the one vape shop. And he's like, here, and he took him in his back room, and he sent me pictures. He's like, look, these Cohibas are only $15. I was like, just walk out of there, Dad. He goes, whoa, you told me they're like hundreds of bucks. I said, if they were real, why would he be charging $15?
Well, we had a shop locally, but it's probably 15 years ago, that was selling Cubans out of the back, and he got busted.
Real ones.
Real ones, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know, like, how it worked. Like, I'm sure he had to know you. There was a code word or something, but he would disappear into the members lounge, and I guess he was keeping them in one of the lockers.
Wow.
So we would go in and grab what you wanted. I think they were like $20 a piece. Because I was there for, it was like the first time, one of the first times I was there, I met up with a guy, and I'm like, what's that? It seems like awfully shady. He's like, oh, he sells Cubans out of the back. It's like, they're expensive. I wouldn't buy them. They're real, but I wouldn't buy them. So
it's like the story. Remember when before Pennsylvania was like the last ones to allow mortar fireworks? All the guys around here would sell, and they'd be like, so what are you looking for? And you'd be like, is this all you got? Wink, wink. He'd be like, yeah, come in the back. And then they were in the back.
I drive down to Maryland. There's that place, Patriotic Fire. It's out of business now, but
Right.
it's freaking awesome.
But now we can get them everywhere. So
Yeah, now it's legit. Years ago, I worked with a guy. He came back from like Barbados, I don't know, somewhere. And he had a box of what he thought was Cohibas. And he took a picture and sent it to me. And at the time, I sent it over to Nate. And Nate looked at it, and he said within seemed like it was maybe a half a minute, he came back and he's like, look at the band, Rob.
Yep.
You know, it was cut off. It didn't have at the time a hologram and this and that. So they were phony. But the guy loved them. He said, oh, it's the best cigar I ever had. So,
I had fake Cohiba.
yeah.
it's just a good
Smoked great.
wherever you are. It's just a local cigar that they throw. But you're right. Real Cohiba, the bands are perfect. They would never have a mismatch or like a overlap on the band. Or there are some really good fakes, you know. People get faked on Cubans every single day.
Well, some of them, they take the boxes and the bands.
Yep.
And they reuse the exact same
Among
product.
others. The Charmaticos.
Yeah.
Good old Charmatico.
You know, we had a talk about this on one of the casts before. I bet you if we pulled the bands off a lot of cigars, we would sit here and we'd be like, wouldn't have an idea what they were. You could put something else on it.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't know. As long as it smokes good.
There's certain ones that I would definitely know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this one. This one's green. That one's kind of hard to. But no, that's what makes me buying in Canada. If I was
Going back to the Kendall.
dude, they're good.
Wow.
You put whatever band on that, I'm going to know what that is when I smoke that one.
You know, you smoke 300 of them a month. So
oh yeah, we were just talking about
Is it
this.
the Black Swan?
It is the Black Swan.
if you ever have to stop smoking, they're going to go out of business.
Did you know that there was other Black Swans other than Oliva?
I heard that
I
somewhere.
did not
Maybe
know
it was
that.
here last
It
week.
was.
Learned that last week.
No, I was just asking.
That's why when I went downstairs today and I grabbed some stuff out of there, I saw that one and I have another one. And I'm like, oh, let me grab them. I'll bring them, show them. Because
You know, it's good when even Walter stumps us. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I got some of the EPCs in a sampler that I bought. I haven't smoked it yet, but I'm curious now.
We still got to get a hold of the EPC, the Pledge of Allegiance.
I have the pledges.
Right. And I've had the Allegiance, but I never had they're like $25.
Yeah,
It's like, I never had a Carrillo that I was like, they're good, but not $25
I
good.
don't like them. I mean,
They're very
smoke 'em.
unique.
Good.
They're very
But
unique.
it's not like my go-to.
I'll tell you what, his wheelhouse has always been big ring cigars.
Yeah.
So if you're into 60s, he makes some really good 60s.
I don't think any of us are really into big ring gauges here.
I like him from time to time.
Like that big old, you know, the horse.
When you're all about the girth.
Girth master.
You're just not right.
So the old moose.
Yep. Oh, in other news, La Flor Dominicana is rolling out 3 new sizes for the Oro line. I've never had the Oro line. Corona, number 5, and number 7, and number 8. 7 is 7.5 by 52. Number 8 is 7 by 60. And they're transitioning from tubos to 20 count boxes.
Why would they go away from tubos?
We didn't release cigars because we can. We release them because we believe in them. I appreciate that. I mean, I don't know if that's just marketing speak, but I appreciate the sentiment. And there's the...
Look
They're
at those
tubos,
beauties.
though. So
So good. I'm Mr. LFD, and I've never had an Oro.
I still haven't had those swabs yet. I almost ordered some. I was going to order them from Cigar Page because they were a couple of bucks less than what Kyle was selling them for. But what stopped me was the picture is different. The bands look different in the picture. So I don't know if it's just a stock photo that's not right on Cigar Page or if they're different cigars. So through caution, I didn't buy them. But I am still really interested in trying that Suave. I think it's a great price point at a really reputable brand.
Absolutely.
And because I had a very busy week, that is the end of the show notes.
That's all right.
There is like one discussion topic I wanted to talk about. I guess we could like beat that to death for the next hour and a half. So, TVs in cigar lounges. Like, what is your take on TVs within a cigar lounge? Is it important? Is it not important? So let me set this up. So years ago, I used to go to a place called Kensington Tobacconist up in Reading. The lounge was in the basement. And for the longest time, there were no TVs in the basement. The membership or the people that went there would not allow it. They were there to talk to their friends and socialize. They wanted nothing to do with the TV. The only time a TV showed up was for the World Series, and then it was promptly taken away afterwards. When the lounge moved, when they opened the members lounge upstairs, there was a TV, and it started to get dabbled with. Like, if you were sitting there by yourself, you might turn the TV on. As soon as someone came up, the rule was you turned the TV off. Well, eventually, it turned into TV all the time, and it was like Fox News Central in there. So I saw like the progression of no TV to nonstop TV. So how do you feel about TVs in a lounge? Are they important, and what should be on those TVs?
Well, first off, when you went to Fox, you apologize.
I just meant news in general.
I was going to say if I go in, if they're going to have any news on, I'm glad it's Fox. But I don't know. I like having a TV in the lounge. I like it for the sports.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of the games now are in the middle of the afternoon and, in hours when otherwise you're going to be at home. So it's nice to have it, but it's also sometimes a little distracting too. And you get kind of upset because some people want to watch certain things that you just don't want to see.
I like it for music, but you don't need it for music.
That's our group. Our group is a music group. We've always been. And where we used to congregate, it's great when it's sports because you can talk intermittent with sports. But
you can mute the TV when it's sports.
We do that at the club in Pottstown. I don't need to hear the play-by-play, so we'll put music on while we're watching the Flyers or the Phillies. If it's a big game, we put the commentary on. But for just a regular season game, put the music on and we can just watch.
Well, Mark made the call, though. Most of the time, people are watching, they're streaming Pandora or what is it, YouTube Music and all the other ones. So,
for me, a big buzzkill is when we go. The club we go to in Pottstown is a social club. It's an older group. We bring the age down by like 200 years. Our group, and
this is going to be on the TV in there, right?
They just.
I can't wait till they beat the piss out of you.
when they just put on like 2.5 Men on a loop,
Get them, Tim.
and then they don't like, you can't talk, and you're just sitting there watching that stupid show. I'm like, it's such a
Well,
buzzkill.
the biggest problem there is it's so loud.
Right.
And
Especially
everybody's
when
so hard of hearing that they're screaming at each other, including me. So,
It's really bad when they put 2.5 Men with Ashton Kutcher. But when it's got,
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen, it was a little different.
For me,
better.
the show and the movies, you can't talk anymore. Because if there's someone watching it, you have to. It's just with the music or the sports, you can continue to have your conversation. So it's like if someone puts something on that you don't like, you kind of just have to sit there quietly. I don't like that.
I don't either.
It's just like I came here to talk and relax. I can go sit and watch TV at my house.
There's a line there with the music too. I mean, it's got to be low enough that it's not disrupting conversation. If it's like nightclub level sound, then it's a struggle. I have a struggle with hearing in general. I worked around woodworking machinery all my life, so I have a really hard time distinguishing the signal from the noise.
That's me.
So if there's like a TV on over there that's too loud, and there's a rowdy group over here, and we're trying to have a conversation, I'm
But it all blends in.
going to have a really hard time distinguishing what it is that you're trying to say to me.
I have the same problem. So, I mean, I could take them or leave them in the lounges.
I do have to say that over at the lounge, we did have a couple of theme nights where it was a spaghetti Western night.
Sopranos,
They served spaghetti, and we watched Clint Eastwood movies and smoked Toscanos.
If you keep it to 30 minutes to an hour and then be like, okay, once that episode or whatever we want to watch is over, then we go back to regular. That's cool. But
you guys used to do the Lost, what is it?
They did.
Treasures of Lost Oak Island? Or
yeah, and they sit there and they watch like 3 episodes, which is 3 hours. So you're just sitting there like,
He's thinking about Lord of the Rings.
Right.
Not Lord of the Rings. Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. We watch Oak Island at the clip joint.
Yeah.
yeah, but like they put
that's an hour.
on Game of Thrones for like 3 hours, back to
They
back
made
to
it
back, and
it
you're
was a
just
Saturday
like,
afternoon.
Yeah.
And they would do a Saturday afternoon, and the guys would just sit there quietly watching the movies, and that was it.
So, like, how would you feel if, like, wherever said, all right, we're going to sit down, we're going to watch a movie, well, what Scarface or whatever, you were going to sit down and actively watch this movie. Is that something you're into?
like I said, that's something I can do at home.
I feel the same way. I can do it.
It's like a
If
a
you're
new
going-
movie or something like a pre-release, or we're going to buy this on demand, maybe like if it's a thing or a boxing match. But
Like if you're going to do that, plan it for a certain night so everybody knows that that's what's going on there. And
or like a daytime, like an off, like a day on the week, or like even like a Sunday, hey, this is when the movie is. So if you don't want that, you don't have to go.
It's the same analogy. I'll probably get shit on for saying this, but when you're playing golf, we have a couple friends who love to have music blasting in the golf cart while you're playing. And when I'm out on the golf course, I want to hear nothing. I want to hear nature.
Yep.
I want to hear somebody yelling force so I don't get busted in the head. But, especially when we're down like near the ocean and,
It's the best.
yeah.
The eagles screeching and
Exactly.
the waves hitting on the bank, and
Instead you have like approaching green, 300 yards, blah, 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 blah,
and then into Metallica.
Yeah, into Metallica.
It sounds like it's just depending on the mood, the place,
preference.
and the time.
Yeah. I would never, like, if I walked into the lounge and you were watching Scarface, I wouldn't
Right.
say, well, what the freak is your problem? You go along with the flow, but
Yeah. Or if
It
you
is.
walked in and somebody's watching a show that they waited all week to watch, and then you change the channel.
I'll tell you, it was
that happened.
Ask Mark about that
He
one.
just gave you the stink eye.
No, he knows what I'm talking
yeah.
about.
twice.
The old shop in the back. Going back there, there'd be certain things that, the group of us that would get together at night, and sometimes we'd turn certain things on to watch in there, and we'd watch them together like that, like a show, and then somebody'd come in and just change it.
Like it, would I have been asking or anything?
Yeah, they just walk over and pick up the remote and just change it to something they want to watch and go sit in the other corner. And we're like, what the hell?
I've had the extreme too, where I used to sit down at certain lounge, and one of the guys loved to watch that crime. What's that show? With
True
Maria
crime or-
Haggerty, Melissa Haggerty. real hot looking. Anyway, it was one of them ones,
Criminal Intent?
like
Not
Criminal Minds or
SVU.
SVU, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Law and Order SVU.
You watch them, and some are really sick. You kind of like what the freak? And after watching like 10 episodes, you're ready to off. So I mean, that's when it becomes too much.
It's like we went to the golf trip 6 months ago, and we went to a lounge. It was rainy the one day, so we're like, hey, we couldn't smoke outside, and we're like, let's go to this local cigar lounge. So we're sitting there, half our group is ripped, hammered drunk, which was great. We're here, we're sobering up, we're having a great time. No one was being obnoxious. It was just a good time.
Sobered up. Sorry,
No,
but
it's
anyway.
okay. This rep comes in. We just timed it up. We're like, oh, sweet, a rep. He puts on this movie about the history of J.C. Newman cigars, and it's a small lounge, and like pretty much told everyone to be quiet. And I'm like, dude, good luck. Like,
Well, I fell asleep.
I
I passed out.
But I
More
was
like it, but
Passed out, fell asleep. Same
no, it was a buzzkill. Like, I'm a sober guy, and it was a buzzkill. I was like, really, dude? It's 9 o'clock on a Friday, or 8 o'clock on a Friday, and you drop in this. We're all like this.
one of us loved it though.
Yeah,
He cried. But anyway.
So overall, we knew we were music guys. So there are people who don't like any sound, no music, no. Butcher Bill, we talk about him all the time. He hates when you put rock music on or heavy music. He's like, let's put a game on or turn the TV off. It's preference, you know. So like if you own your own lounge, you kind of have to feel it out. I got to have something going on. I can't just sit there in silence. That's freaking weird.
Well, you get all ADD. You start.
I got to have something.
Switch in, grab your phone,
Yeah.
start playing with your phone.
I started sitting on my hands now. When I'm, if you see, I got one on my cigar, one under here. That way, I'm like, don't move,
Don't move. They're watching.
I'm getting better.
They're watching.
I'm getting better.
When I smoke at home, I do watch TV. I sit out on my deck. I have
Do the same.
like a 45-inch screen TV that I got cheap at Costco. I carry it outside, set it up, and I turn on, depending on what I'm doing. I mean, some nights I'll turn on Fox News and just have that playing in the background, and I'll be doing stuff on my phone or whatever and kind of listen. Other nights I'll catch up on shows, but I'm also sitting out there by myself.
Right.
You know, if I had someone else out there, it probably wouldn't give a shit, or I turn the TV off at that point.
I got the TV going. I have no sound on the TV. I have my music blasting. You know, it's a good time.
Sometimes I'll put a podcast on. I'll watch that. But if I have the TV on, it's usually something I've seen 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want it to be a rerun that I don't have to look at. I can just kind of like, oh, I remember that, and then laugh just by glancing at the TV. Like that's kind of where
Background noise.
Yeah. I do the same thing when I work. I like to have something on in the background that I can glance at from time to time without having to focus on it.
It doesn't distract you ever, though.
No. Yeah. It's funny. If I put something on that I want to watch, I end up like pausing it so that I can get stuff done. And it will take me 8 hours to watch a 2-hour movie.
Just hitting it again.
Yeah.
Stopping it.
I know when I was building my music room in the basement, I was going along really well until I put the TV in. And then all of a sudden, work just slowed to a crawl.
World
It
stop.
was like, whoa.
What makes a music room, may I ask?
When you
Piano?
walk at me,
What's that?
A piano.
he's got so
I
many
did
guitars.
mine kind of like hard rock, so I have rock artists in frames. And
You should see it. It's really cool.
You play piano. I didn't know that.
He's like, and sings. We'll have to show you. He is fantastic. And that's just not me saying because
I
he's
was
my
gonna
boy.
ask.
No, he is fantastic.
Wow.
He used to do like one-man shows at his church and stuff. Like he did whole shows.
Does he no longer talk?
Dude,
You answer.
think about it.
Is there a
he
string
does a
under
better
there?
job.
Remember when you said in the beginning, you guys are going to have to talk more? Well, we're still back to that.
We could totally start a band because Eddie sings.
No, we couldn't.
Yeah, I don't do anything.
Jimbo was in a cover band for decades. He plays the drums and Marcus.
Play the skin flute,
I'd be the
right?
He does.
I couldn't resist. Yeah, exactly.
Such a jerk.
I did not know that you play music. Do you play guitar too, or
No.
just piano?
Yeah.
How long you been playing? Since you're a little kid?
No, I think I started when I was 30.
Wow, that's unusual.
Mark the piano man.
You know that? Because most
Pianist.
people, like when you
The
reach
piano.
that age, don't have the patience to learn, where everything. That's crazy. You have to do a concert for us one night.
No.
I have been into. There's nothing bigger buzzkill than when you go into a lounge. We stayed up in Harrisburg for a couple of days, took the kids to the different theme parks around there, Knoebels, Hershey Park, and all that. And I was going to a lounge at night, and it was just always on the news. And that's all they talked about. It's like, you hear enough of that doom and gloom every day. I was like, why do you guys need to sit here and hash out all of it all the time? If it's one time or something big's going on in an election, I get it. But to sit there and talk about politics and stuff, it's just like, nope, I have no need or
We
want
know
for
how
that.
that works too.
It gets people pissed
some of
off.
those brawls.
Yeah. Friends, it's like, it's such a polarizing subject. We have an agreement here. We don't talk about that because no one's going to agree and you're not going to change my opinion and I'm not going to change your opinion. So why do we get our feathers all ruffled and try and fight each other over who we're voting for? Like, give me a
You're
break.
the only Democrat in the room, so
Bull.
you don't want to get
Don't-
found up.
Don't throw that.
That's right. I call him the D word.
I am not.
Democrat.
I am not. If you're a Democrat, we love you too.
We love everybody.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, topic to talk about again, something we've discussed a little bit. I see it on some of the groups I follow on Facebook. Guys are bringing up winter smoking and different things that people do. I know I just closed in mine. My deck is closed in for the winter, so I don't know different people on here, but it's something to open up options for. I got a set of curtains. We'll call them curtains. It's a vinyl canvas enclosure I got off of a company down south. That completely seals off my deck, and then I can use the mushroom style propane heater. And in the middle of winter, I've heated it up at times to 60 degrees
awesome.
inside. Because there is air exchange, because the deck is elevated, I get some air flowing through. I keep a ceiling fan on in there. It allows it to move, so it makes it very comfortable. I saw a couple guys talking about some of the other options online that they do, and several of them came up with ice fishing tents.
Ice fishing tents. We know somebody from down Ocean City. Ivan used to do that.
Really? Just sit in the ice fishing
Sit in
tent.
his ice fishing tent. Problem is, you stink like a bastard.
There was that.
Oh, 'cause
there was
the
another
smoke
one
can't
that
get
had
out.
another one had. Well, they keep the door open. They'll keep the front zipped open, and they were doing that. Another one had shown a picture he does. It's called a hot tent, which is a tent that has the ability puts a wood burning stove inside it, and it's designed with a chimney system that goes up through the tent. Same thing. He burns wood burning inside there. I know. Walt's got his garage.
Yeah, prior to this, I had a shed and I had a propane heater in the shed. It was cold out there, but it was bearable. Before I got the shed, if I wanted a cigar, I would be out there pacing on my deck in the snow. There were times I would get a drink and I would sit it in the snow on my table and I would just kind of pace to try to stay warm.
See, if I don't have somewhere indoor to smoke, I won't.
See, when we talked about this a few years ago, when we all left the last place together, what would happen? What would we do? And we discussed. And one of the things I said was, if I find a solution, I have no reason to go back. And I know we all went to the lounge pretty much every day. We'd go in there and have our smokes at night. And that was the thing because, well, it was somewhat warm in there. It depends on, sometimes it was colder inside than outside. But again, it was a solution I found. And it surprised me that it didn't cost as much as I thought it would to have the system built. And then it's not hard to put up. I mean, and this is my, I think third season now I'll be using it. Mm-hmm. And I really think it's well worth the options if you're someone like me who I do smoke every day. But again, you have to have the space. I know you talked about like a gazebo.
Well, I have a square gazebo, I guess it is, and I have the shades, the roll down shades that come down on each side. Problem is when it's really windy, and you've been out there with me,
When it's been like
when it's not
38 degrees.
We've had it
out
where
there,
it's
yeah.
like, in the 20s, and I've
been out there.
I have 2 wood stoves,
That one time, yeah.
pellet burners out there, and I have a fire pit, and I also have a mushroom heater, and it gets real nice and toasty.
Absolutely.
But if the wind's coming through, you might as well hang it up.
Yeah, it null and
that's-
voids the heaters if it's whipping, but if it's not, it's very comfortable.
But it's weird. In the last like year, I used to love sitting out there all the time. I can't do it anymore.
Because you're old.
Yeah. Something happened. I just can't deal with the cold.
I've seen other options. Like I said, the system I have is a very simple system. You see that at most places. Restaurants will do outdoor areas with the vinyl and canvas. I've seen you can buy a heavy duty curtain that you can hang the curtains up and they go floor to ceiling. They'll keep the heat in, but most of them don't let any light in.
Well, they had it for mine. They had the same thing you have, but they wanted like $600 a panel to make them. I was like, I'm not doing it.
So I spent to do my deck. I spent about $2,500.
That's
Now my deck is 20 by 40. So it 20 feet out the one side, 40 across the front, and then it comes back up the other side, and then there's a break for the stairway where they actually have separate panels. So I have a zipper section I can open to go up and down the stairs, and that panel is zipped separate. Is it a lot of money? Yes, it is. They tell me that if I take care of them, it should last me at least anywhere from 7 to 10 years. But I can always order replacement panels, which is nice. But again, what are the other options? I mean, I even factored in, I thought about putting up gas heaters out there. But then I got the price of the heaters, and those things are obscene for the heaters themselves.
for you, it's ideal because of the type of work, the shift work you do.
Yeah.
You don't have the luxury of saying, okay, like tomorrow I'm going to go here, I'm going to do this. So you can just go right off your kitchen or whatever and go
Walk
outside.
right out my deck, sit out there, and then when the weather's nice, like I said, I take them down. I got a buddy at work that ordered it from the same company. He did his deck. Now he'll roll his up when the weather's nicer. They don't recommend that because it can damage the vinyl. But there are options. I mean, I can unhook the bottoms and pick them up, and if I can want to, air flow through. But it's nice now when the weather's nice. A day like today, it was probably freaking 90 out there. But during the daytime in the winter, the sun comes up off the back and heats it up. It'll actually get up in the 50s, 60s, even when it's 20 degrees outside.
Yeah.
It's like a greenhouse effect.
I think the game changer is just having a roof over your head.
It is.
Because there's nothing worse when you're smoking a good cigar and all of a sudden the rain moves in or the inclement weather comes.
Or the wind
snow.
causes it to burn weird.
Yeah.
That's why I tell you, when we smoke out on the beach twice a year in the trip, and I try not to smoke something really good on the beach because it can tunnel on you just because it's whipping out there.
You can light an Opus we've had in it's done in like
Yeah,
20
and you're
minutes.
like, that was
15 minutes.
$30 not well
It's
spent.
35-mile-an-hour wind blowing with sand in your face. And
Before I got this, my daughter, it was funny because I had thought about this. She went out and bought me this little personal canopy, or its little personal tent. This chair that I'm sitting in fits inside it. It collapses down to nothing. It's a little round thing. It's what parents would take going to games with their kids. It opens up. You set your chair inside, and it's all clear vinyl, and you can unzip the front, and you can sit there. And I tried that, and it actually worked enough to prevent the weather from hitting me. I would have to face it a certain way with my chair. Then I'd put a small heater inside to try to keep the warmth in, and then zip it up partially and keep the front open.
it changes the way you smoke cigars too. Because I find in the wintertime, I'm smoking a lot of the shorter cigars, nubbies and different things that I don't, not exactly nub because they're a 2-hour cigar, but it's just shorter stuff that's not going to
Smoke faster too because you're
Yeah.
like, I got to get back inside.
Yeah, freezing my ass off.
But you don't enjoy it.
No, when you rush a cigar, it's totally different ball game.
We could try the clay pot heaters. They work off candle power and they're supposed to really radiate heat.
It's going to be interesting come January, February, what we do in here to keep it warm.
Well, I have that heater, so we'll see how that goes. I'm less concerned about getting it warm in here and more concerned about ventilating the smoke. So I'm not sure how that's all going to pan out.
And that's the biggest problem, because in order to ventilate the smoke out, you have to have an exchange. So you got to have something coming through.
Fan or something, yeah.
And that's where, like I said, the fan on for me spins it and pushes the air, but the deck, and then there's actually little gaps around the place where I'll get air movement through it. But there's enough heat coming off the system to offset it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Whereas what you're going to have to overcome is how much air you have to bring in and out versus what the heater's capacity is, and then where you put it. I mean, if you have something up high, I would think if you're pushing across the ceiling, the heat's going to go up there and it's going to push some of that, but it may still keep enough of the cold up that you can draw it right out with the smoke and not feel it down here.
It'll be trial and error. We'll figure it out.
Well, what I want to try, I'm going to try to filter the smoke before I try to exhaust it. So if you go to like Walmart or Amazon, you can get furnace filters that are rated for smoke. They're MERV 13 filters. I want to see what I can do. I know I had a little makeshift DIY air filter out here last winter, and it was just me in here, and it didn't do such a great job. I wasn't using MERV 13 filters, but I don't know. I want to see. I'm going to play around with it and see what I can do, because I think that'll be our best chance of keeping it warm in here. But ultimately, we're probably going to wind up looking at ventilating it somehow. Hopefully, it just doesn't get too cold in here.
Keep in mind, whatever your source is, carbon monoxide.
Yeah.
I have a carbon monoxide detector I keep on my deck as a precaution. I've never had an issue. It's never gone off.
Won't either, because your top is open, right?
No.
By the roof line?
No, everything's closed in.
Oh, I thought it was open up by the roof line.
No, it's
See,
sealed off.
mine's open, so when the pellet stoves are going, and plus it's not airtight.
Well, and that's
Oh, jeez.
It was me.
I'm definitely not airtight. And like I said, if there's a little bit of breeze, it comes up from underneath and then pushes up, and then it forces. I mean, you'll sit out there and see these panels going in and out as the wind blows and pushes on them. But definitely options. And like I said, there's a lot of guys. When I first found this company, it was actually on one of those sites, the forums the guys were talking about. And they had ordered, and the guy was up in Michigan, and he said he got the system and put him up on his deck and used them up there. And he said it worked well for him. He kept it fairly nice and warm, 50, 60 degrees in there. Again, it depends on the heat source.
Yep. It's funny, this will air when it's right in the middle. I was like, we finally worked into a topic that's a topical for the day that's going to come out. It's like,
I mean, I think if you don't really have a choice and you wind up getting one of those little personalized tents, man, you got to reek. I can't imagine
Oh, absolutely.
not coming out of that thing not smelling awful.
Absolutely.
it's just,
I'm good.
That's got to be the trade-off.
Yeah.
Not to mention the thing. So
I'd rather freeze my ass off than just,
the ceiling on the roof of my deck is white aluminum. And this year, so it was 2 years I smoked without doing anything. This year, when I moved stuff, took it down, looked up, I went, oof, it looked bad. And I wanted to try a couple of options. And the funny thing was, the thing that I found that works the best to clean it up was a magic eraser. So what I did was I just went out and got the magic eraser mop and would dip it in the bucket, run up, go over, take a little hose, squirt it off, and it really cleaned it
That's good.
beautifully.
Now, I did see a video where a guy did the same thing as the clay pot, except he used Popular Mechanics magazine. It was basically 2 tin cans put together. And when he lit that thing up and put a heat thermometer thing on it, it was reading like 700-800.
Do you still have a
Lots.
little solo? Remember the tabletop solos?
Yeah, I was
work
using
pretty
it.
good.
I just stopped using it. That's almost the size of one of these ashtrays as far as its diameter, and I'd light that up, and I'll drop in 3 cups worth of pellets into it, sometimes 3.5. Light that, and I'll get a good flame blowing off that thing for at least an hour, and it'll get 18 inches to 2 feet away from it, where you can just feel the
So
heat
you have
come up.
something just
Well, you can sit back this far and feel the heat radiating off it. And then because I'm a cheap bastard as well, I take a lot of my cigar boxes and I started breaking them up into pieces and then using a hatchet, split them into little pieces of wood. So
Yep.
I'll sit out there and just drop pieces of that in because, again, it's you don't want the smoke in there. So as long as you keep it burning a certain way, you don't get any smoke. It's a smokeless fire pit. But that works well if you're at certain areas. But again, that's something I'd want to be outside because of that type of combustion. I wouldn't want to be in an enclosed area.
We've gone to bonfires where they strictly use cigar boxes to use the fire.
they
so
burn
that's-
hot.
That's what
Oh,
they do.
yeah.
But Mark, that little option that you talked about, just getting a candle and the clay pots, that'd be something to try. I don't know. I would try it on this table.
No. You would
Last-
set it right on the concrete floor and just let it go. And when you're done, You blow the candle out and let it cool.
Let's light a bonfire in here.
I have one of those little buddy heaters, the double little buddy, and it's a gas heater. You can either run it off the little tanks or a full tank. It's kind of like your gas heater, and that thing works phenomenal.
Actually, I was just over Walmart today, and they have the little buddies out for sale.
Like $79, $100.
Yeah, they had like the little buddy XL for like $150. It was a substantial
work.
size heater.
When we go to Ocean City, I usually bring it down, and when we're on the balcony, I'll set it at our feet, and it'll keep 2-3 people nice and, well, at least takes the chill off you when the wind's blowing. But I don't know.
Once you break the wind and you eliminate the wind, you've taken half the problem
that's
away.
my problem. I've
Eric
spent
likes
money.
breaking the wind.
Yeah, he is brutal.
Oh yeah, I did it today. Got the new chief in the locker room. I don't know. I think he got out just before danger time hit.
You christened him?
I walked in. I saw him in there. I'm like, boy, it's too late for you.
Sergeant Mudbutt.
Kind of whiskey you got there, Walt?
Travelers, I think.
Got the Travelers.
Yeah, that was Travelers.
I went with the Dickel 8 again. Stop that stuff.
You like the Dickel, huh?
I love the Dickel.
I really like that. I'm gonna have to pick up a bottle when they bring it back in stock.
I
Or
was
4.
shocked they didn't have it.
You're right though. When you start buying the bourbon that's aged 8 years and the Knob Creek is 9, I just think they taste
Oh, it does.
better.
I have a rule when I was really into collecting it, but I haven't been buying as much lately. But if I saw a bottle that was 10-year, I would buy it. I wouldn't care what it was. And now the 8s and stuff, the 8s and the 9s,
And they're reasonable too. It's
are.
not like they're outrageously priced.
no. Yeah, it makes a difference. I think just the way, sitting it mellows it out in the barrel. So I always keep my eyes open. So if I find something else decent, I'll let you know. But it's getting harder though. I mean, but I have noticed since the whole tariff thing, it seems like there's more availability of certain bourbons.
They
now.
may not
I
be
guess
shipping
that's
it out of the
because
country.
Yeah, it's not going out.
Huh. Might be a good thing.
I heard something about with Canada. I don't know if there's any truth to it or not, but they were saying that we're not shipping them the bourbon that we were because of the tariffs, which is fine by me.
I saw something today where there was a threat that tariffs in Nicaragua could go up to 100%, or it's coming from that would crush
Crushed
cigars.
So stock up now.
My neighbor just texted me that today. You got this one?
Oh yeah, Antique 107. It's the big bottle too.
Yeah, he I thought maybe he got it local.
It's great bourbon.
He travels a lot, and he said when he's traveling, that's the things he does is look for bourbons. And he goes, a lot of the places, he said, I can find 10, 15, 20-year pappies. He goes, but you're paying for them.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to drop the kind of money.
Well, that was the big thing when I traveled. That's all I did was look for bourbons.
So are there any other states like Pennsylvania where the state buys all of the liquor supply?
Yeah, I think there's a couple.
Down south.
Isn't Ohio a state store? No, they're privatized. I think they're privatized.
I thought there was
Virginia.
Virginia's.
Virginia
Is a state.
runs on the state ABC stores.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Florida has ABC stores, but they also have it in Costco and stuff.
Yeah, they have other options. I don't think they're limited the way PA is.
So it's nice for the price control aspect of it, where you know what you're going to pay. But I find that it's really hard to find certain things because of availability.
Absolutely.
Like I hear great things about Weller, but I have never ever seen it in a liquor store. The same thing with Eagle Rare. I haven't seen that in 10, 12 years.
It's around. The Eagle Rare has come back. The Weller, basically, when it comes in, it's already sold, I think, to people. They hoard it out. Jersey, you can get it in Jersey.
I haven't seen the Weller. I have 2 bottles of the green sitting at home, and I was able to pick up, and they're cheap. They were like $25 a bottle.
It's like 29 now.
But yeah, I found them in a couple of our stores, and so the other problem is we're limited to the stores of what they bring in. King of Prussia is a big store. They'll bring in a lot of different bourbons. Limerick is a superstore. They'll bring in more. Gilbertsville up here, on the other hand, they'll never usually carry Eagle Rare just because they just don't get it. They're not a big enough store.
The last time I saw it in the area was at the one over in Douglasville, but that was many years ago. I was able to snag a bottle from there. And I used to be able to get it up in Reading at a little store like next to a Kmart. But I mean, it's been
one
years.
up on 222. I
Yeah,
get
that
there
one.
all the time. What was funny was back, 10 years ago, you would walk into the state store and they would have rows of Weller, rows of Eagle Rare, and there was literally dust on the.
Yeah, they didn't.
They were on the bottom shelf with dust, and you could get whatever you wanted. And then the popularity came about because of the Pappy Gates and all that stuff, and people started hoarding it. But I walked into the Williamsport store. It was during hunting season last year. I was on my way up to the cabin, and I got 2 bottles of Eagle Rare and 2 bottles of Blanton's. It was there. So it's just luck of the draw. They had it here at the other day up at the Gilbertsville. I got some.
Got 2 of the last bottles of Blanton's.
Yeah.
Stopped in Limerick today, and they said they saw boxes for Buffalo Trace. I was like, "Oh, do you have any?" He goes, "No, we ran out. They finished it up Friday or Saturday, which meant they got it Tuesday.
Yep.
So they got so much that they actually had it for days until they ran out. But
The problem is you have to be able to go during the daytime. They get their trucks in the morning, and it's usually getting put out at 9, 10 o'clock. And if you're not there within a couple,
an hour,
2 hours, it's gone.
There's guys that they tell me in Limerick, there's guys that wait outside every delivery day, waiting for them to see what they got in. And if they got it, they want it. And
They get some crazy stuff there. They get like really some of the good High West.
I know when they got the Buffalo Trace in, I think I got the last 2 bottles over there.
It's all luck of the draw now. It seems like the last 8 months, it's gotten easier to find a lot of the ones that were in high demand.
It's coming out more.
But not the Wellers and not the antiques.
No, Buffalo Trace, I think, is shipping more. They increased their production. That's roughly a 4 to 6 year bourbon that it sits.
Like 4.
So again, you got to figure it's going to take them if they ramp up their production by 1 million bottles. It's going to take them a minimum of 4 years before you see that.
To me, that's a good mixing bourbon. I don't like drinking it straight.
I do.
Well, you get teach his own,
I got a Sazerac today.
That's been really available.
Yeah, that for a while there wasn't at all, and then
Great with old fashions. Sazerac old fashions.
I don't like mixing my drinks.
That's good.
I'm a straight kind of guy.
So's Eric.
But you are willing to learn.
The good news is, you guys don't want me to talk. Just talk about this. This is great. Now I know what you guys feel like. Even when I was a drunk,
there was a time.
I was never a whiskey guy. We can talk about IPAs all day, but I love the history behind it, and it's cool to.
All right, I got one for you. I know a topic you'll talk about.
Okay.
BG, back to the birds.
So it's a win-win for us. They're going to hire. Yes, he's coming back. We're going to get him at a veteran minimum, and even if he just is a old guy in the locker room getting these young kids to play, I'm like, he's worth every penny. There's no expectation. He goes out there and he plays. He's okay, whatever. He's just there to be a voice, and he's still got some juice left in him.
Well, he's filling a void.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a shortage.
When that guy retired out of nowhere, he's perfect to pick up.
And he went out last year. He went out at the right time, retired with the Super Bowl win. Now he's coming back. He also had torn his tricep.
You can't tell me they might have had this plan. Be like, hey, I don't got juice for a whole season. He's like, maybe after the bye week 10 or whatever, I'll come back. I'm happy. I love the guy.
I heard talk that he had been working. He's been working out steadily for a month to prepare himself.
He was just in Pottstown 2 weeks ago at Epps Beverage, so they said he looked good, and the pictures he didn't let himself go.
He's only 38.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Which is not.
You think of him because he's got 2 Super Bowls. He's been with us for decades. That he's like
15 years.
40 or
But
50.
I guess you get banged up like you get banged up like that.
The football years is different.
Yeah.
he had torn his tricep twice.
What do they say? You add 10 years, or I think it's 15 years.
So you're talking about the Eagles, and I watched the game. It had some really close moments, like oh shit moments. But let's talk about the Giants. There's nothing to talk about. I wanted to commit Rob aside.
They said
They
that
imploded.
they said that might be the worst loss, not just for the Giants.
It was.
It might be the worst loss ever in the
Terrible.
history of the NFL.
They were up like, was it
16-0, 19-0, going into the fourth, and they give up 33 points in
And then
14 minutes.
And they almost won again. But then
He missed the extra
field-
point.
Yeah, he missed it.
And it was the Broncos. Drake May.
Who'd we lose to this year?
Them. And it was a
While still-
blowout.
Who's
As-
the two losses?
Hey, who do we play on Sunday? I'm nervous. We play the Giants on
So
Sunday.
listen, as bad as it got, I still can relish that. And just look at you. And
That was your
say,
Super
hey,
Bowl.
Yeah. It was one of the greatest.
And the funny part is you normally don't watch with us, especially Giants games. And you, the one time you're like, you know what, I'll come out. I was like, I am never watching a Giants game with Rob ever again.
So why was Brandon Graham at Epps Beverage?
He's been doing, I guess he in his retirement, he's been doing all these meet and greets. He did one at
Leaving
Darney
the money?
Park. He did, no, I just think that's what they do. They move on to that you know,
Comes
the,
out, signs autographs, shake
okay.
hands, kiss
I didn't know
babies.
if he had a beer like
I don't know
Kelsey
if he did a whiskey or a beer. I'm not sure. He might have been there. He might be partners with Garage Beer with Kelsey. I don't know.
I think he was just more or less going around because I did
Yeah.
see the thing up there. And suddenly that's where I get those cigars.
Okay.
So let me ask the group a question. I looked. I have one of the Bernie Perrant edition cigars. I forgot what they're called, but is it something I should just keep and not smoke?
At this point, I'd say if he was alive, smoke it. But November 22nd, my dad called me. He said he already got his tickets. That's the night. It's a Saturday. That's the night that they're doing the whole shebang.
Okay.
The day before, Friday, they're doing like pretty much like not a funeral, but like obviously his family did the funeral for him, but like the city's going to do, Friday's going to be a big thing about him and all that. And then Saturday at the game I believe it's against the Devils, they're doing the whole night for him. So my dad went and got us tickets. That'd be cool if you watched the game out on your balcony and you smoked it while you're watching the
Because I was
game.
going to say, let's make this about Rob. So I understand
All right.
about Bernie.
They did put a 1 behind each side of the ice. They put it on under the ice on the floor. So there's a number 1 behind both goals now. And I guess they got us.
So you would smoke it?
Yeah, why not?
I
Yeah,
smoked
it's kind of like bourbon in a way. You get like an old Pappy or you get something you have in your collection. It's not doing you any good up there.
And what a story. Your last one you had, you smoked the night that they honored him and his death.
Yeah.
It's still a Rocky Patel.
Still got the box and the autographed puck, though.
He was the best, man.
And a picture of him up at Cigar Fest once I got in.
So every year the Flyers do, when they win, they've been doing it the last few years. Last year they had a chain when they go into the locker room, and it's like when you're a kid, you got a game ball. A T-ball, you give out the game ball of the night. The coach picks a guy, and this year it's a replica Bernie Perrant helmet. So if you had the best game of the night, they hand you the mask, you take a picture with it on. So it's cool that they're honoring him.
He is a legend.
And he was so cool, man.
Yep. It's like Dr. J with the Sixers, same
Yep.
caliber,
Yep.
except he's still alive. But
So you got anything else there, Walter?
Nope.
All right.
been quiet without Jake here, without Jim.
He
My
had to
uncle
work
adds
tonight.
some value, The old guy adds some value.
Exciting news. We do have some more sponsorships coming down the lane.
Well,
Not sponsorships. I would say that
Guests.
Yes. So we're going to have on Big Rob from Louisiana Cigar Collective on. He's going to come in. He's their manager and their marketing guy. So that's going to be cool. Really exciting news. Dave West from Avowed Cigars reached out to me and said he wanted to be on. So we are getting a date squared away for him. So keep an eye out for that. That's going to be a really exciting night. Talk about a guy that's been in the industry and knows a lot. So that's a big get for the pod. So we're really excited about that. But other than that,
if there's anyone else out there that wants to jump on,
dude,
reach out.
we're easy. You can be wherever you are in the world. We try to do it on Tuesday nights, but we can move stuff around. If you want to go, we just Skype you in and you're ready to go. So.
Just to be clear, we don't want randoms. You got to be somebody.
Yeah, we're not.
We have enough of Eric. We don't need any more.
Tom from Bella Vista. I smoked a couple cigars this week. I could be on the pod. Sorry, Tom. All right. Well,
I feel very pretentious now after having said that.
well, we appreciate everyone for listening again. Please go on and like us on Instagram, Facebook. Check out our Discord, YouTube, and Spotify. It's really been cool to see how many people are interacting with the show and see all the views coming through. So continue to do that. Share. Please subscribe and comment. And we'll see you next time. Have a good night.
Night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, shit.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It's like when you're talking to your mom when you were in college. Bye, Mom. Bye. You are your girlfriend. You first.